get started now because I want to be fair with our time.
Okay.
You guys have signed up for this, and so we left off, I believe,
After the second Diana.
Dianu.
Yep, because I drew a line right under the second verse, if you want to call it.
All right. Let me move everybody around here so I can still see you, but
Oh, sorry.
maybe I can get you all on my screen. So welcome. So we left off, we did the first two Dianus. So we're not going to have everybody read again, but if someone would like to read the first and the second, and then we'll take turns on the third. Would someone like to read the first one for us?
I'll read the first.
Thanks, Joan.
Ilu hotsi anu mimitz rayim hotsi anu mimitz rayim dayenu.
Dianu, had God brought us out of Egypt, that would have been enough. Dianu. Would someone like to read number 2? Thank you, Gail.
Elu Natan Lanu et HaShabbat. Natan Lanu et HaShabbat Dayenu.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Had God given us Shabbat, that would have been enough, Dianu. And now on to the last one, which we did not read last time. So if you would like a turn to read it, you want to start us off, Karen?
Sure. Ilu Natan Lanu et ha-Torah. Natan Lanu et ha-Torah Dayenu.
Dianu, had God given us the Torah, that would have been enough too, but Dianu. Would somebody else like to read it? The last one? Rena and then Gail.
Ilu Natan lanu et Torah ha-Torah Natan lanu et ha-Torah dayenu.
Very nice, thank you. Gail?
Elu Natan Lanu et HaTorah. Natan Lanu et HaTorah Dayenu.
Very nice. Anybody else? Would anybody else like a turn to read it?
I'll give it a try again.
All right, thank you, Joan.
Ilu Natan lanu et HaTorah. Natan lanu et HaTorah dayenu.
Dianu. If you had read 1, it would have been enough, but you read 2. Dianu. Anybody else? Sivi Ann, thank you.
Ilu Natan lanu et ha-Torah Natan lanu et ha-Torah dayenu.
Dianu. Would anybody else like a turn? All right, Nancy.
Ilu Natan lanu et ha-Torah Natan lanu et ha-Torah dayenu.
Thank you. Anyone else who hasn't had a turn? Okay. Does anybody want to sing one for us? Anybody up for that challenge? Does everybody know how it goes?
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't think we need to sing unless somebody really wants to sing it.
I have the tune in my head.
It's going to get stuck in your head. So next, these are the three things that we are commanded to eat on Pesach. The Pesach, which is the Paschal lamb, which is what they ate the night before they left Egypt. And interestingly, when they made the Paschal lamb, they weren't allowed to take any of it with them. It had to be eaten before midnight. So if you couldn't eat a whole lamb, you better find other people to eat it with you. So Pesach, which we don't really eat the bone, but we recording in progress. We eat I believe the Hillel sandwich is a representation, and then the matzah and the maror. So how many of you make your own maror?
Your own what?
Or no.
Your own maror,
Maror?
the horseradish. How many of you
Mother-in-law
grate your
did.
own horseradish?
My mother-in-law used to.
Do you, Arena? You do yours? Wow. Is it spicy?
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
What's that noise?
It's Sandra's connecting, but she's on 2 devices.
Oh.
And then, yeah, I get the white and I get the red in the jar, and I'm probably the only person who eats it. To me, I eat stuff with my horseradish. I love it so much. So these are the 3 things we are commanded. So they are a mitzvah. And now, the second cup of wine.
That's always good.
Yeah, you need that. It was a very interesting. I don't know if I told you the story or not. My son was very, very into the Civil War in like 3rd, 4th grade. And we have Hebrew Union College here. And one of the rabbis, he is very well versed in the Civil War area of Judaism. So he was having a talk, and I brought my son down. And apparently, during the Civil War, they didn't have access to everything they needed. The soldiers didn't have access to everything they needed. They were going to get a little bit of matzah. So they improvised, and they found things in their environment to eat. So they found something that looked like horseradish. Unfortunately, whatever it was caused hallucinations.
Oh my
Apparently
God.
at this Seder of this one, because I guess somebody wrote a letter about it, somebody thought they were Pharaoh, somebody else thought they were Moses, and they were fighting, and apparently it was quite an interesting exhibition.
Oh, boy.
A magic mushroom.
Yeah. So it's a good thing we don't have to go scavenging for our own Pesach foods. Would someone like to read the blessing for the second cup, which was just like the first, but it doesn't hurt to practice? All right, Gail, you want to start us off?
Sure. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen.
Very nice. Would anybody else like to try that? Thanks, Nancy. And then Joan.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen.
Good job. All right, Joan.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen.
Nice. Would anybody else like to read it?
Sandra.
Sandra, go right ahead, and then Arena. Go ahead, Sandra.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei pri hagafen.
Thank you. Irina?
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei pri hagafen.
Good job. Anybody else want to turn to read that?
Do you see me?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen.
Thank you. Sivy Ann.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen.
Thank you. Anybody else? Nancy, did you have a question?
I do have well, may I share a real, a true story
Sure.
at some point here?
Sure.
Okay, so my dad was in the Air Force, and one of the places he was stationed was this little tiny town named Wadena, Minnesota, which if you draw a line between Duluth, Minnesota, and Fargo, North Dakota, it's pretty much there. And it was this, it was a radar station in the forerunner days of what is now known as NORAD. The base was so small that this is one of my, what is your most unusual Passover stories? And your Civil War story made me think of it. They needed to fly in by helicopter the Passover foods. There were so few of us. And that makes this second cup of wine and all the rest of it especially memorable to me, because it's like, and I hadn't thought of it until your story with the foraging. So
Well, I'm certainly glad that it came by helicopter and you didn't have to go foraging in the wilderness to get your Passover supplies. But it's amazing the lengths that people will go to.
right. And I'm sure they're still doing it now, is wherever the troops are.
Yeah.
So
Thank you for sharing.
thank you.
So the next blessing we have is hand washing, raksa. Would someone like to read the blessing for hand washing? First time you wash, you don't say the blessing. Sandra, did you want to read it?
Yeah. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu al netilat yadim.
Yadayim, yeah. Your yadayim, your hands.
Oh, yadayim, excuse me.
Not a problem. Would anybody else like to read it? Gail?
Sure. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu al netilat yadayim.
Great.
Thank you.
Anybody else? Joan?
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu al nitzilat yadayim.
Great.
Thanks.
Anybody else?
Okay, I'll do it.
Okay. Go ahead, say Vian.
Okay, I'm sorry, I'm in the middle of eating my lunch, and that's why
Not
I'm
a
in.
problem.
I'm sorry, I apologize. Okay, Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu al netilat yadayim.
Thank you. Anyone else?
I will.
Thanks. Thank you so much.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu al netilat yadayim.
Great job. Irina, did you want to turn?
Yes, of course. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu al nesilat yadayim.
Great. Good job. Anybody else want to turn who hasn't had one yet? So do you know when a blessing is a commandment blessing and when it is not a commandment blessing? You might know and not realize you know. So a commandment blessing always has b'mitzvotav in it, because in there is mitzvah. So I always tell the kids, if it's 10 to the opening, Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kichanu, 8, b'mitzvotav. If you look at the blessing above, it's Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, and then it goes right into what you're blessing, the wine. But this one adds Asher Kichanu b'mitzvotav. So if you see b'mitzvotav, it is something we are commanded to do. Blessed are you, Adonai, our God, sovereign of the universe, who has sanctified us with God's commandments and has commanded us on the washing of the hands. So we do not wash our hands because they are dirty. We wash them because it is we are commanded to ritually. Sorry about the his in there. I missed that one. Any questions about these two blessings? It's very similar blessing to when we take up the lulav and etrog. I'm off the top of my head, I don't remember it, but we do yadayim as well because we're using our hands. All right, another blessing for the matzah.
Hmm.
I think you know this one. You say two of them. Would someone like to read the first one?
I will.
All right, thanks, Karen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz.
Thank you. Blessed are you, Adonai, our God, sovereign in the universe, who brings forth bread from the earth. We would be wishing very much to have bread at this holiday. Would
Yeah.
anybody else like to read that one? How about Gail and then Nancy?
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz.
Great.
Thank you.
Joan, were you next? No, who was next?
Nancy.
Nancy. Okay.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz.
Great. Joan, did you want to go or did you already go?
No, I would like
Go
to
ahead.
go. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz.
Nice.
I'd like to go.
All right, Jane.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz.
Thank you. Anybody else want to turn on that one? Irina.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz.
Thank you. Sivian.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech ha'olam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz.
Great job.
Thank you.
It's one we know. Does anybody else want to try hamotzi? So then we'll go on to the second blessing, because just when you thought you got to eat bread, you have to say the second blessing. Who's willing to try this one? All right, Nancy.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddishanu b'mitzvot tav v'tzivanu al achilat matzah.
Nice. Blessed are you, Adonai, our God, sovereign in the universe, who has sanctified us with God's commandments and has commanded us to eat matzah. So that's why you don't get to have the bread, because they put in the second one. Joan, did you want to read it?
Yes. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddishanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu al hakilat matzah. So do we say both of these, or
Yes.
I didn't catch what you said. You
Yes,
say
we say
both?
both of them
At the
before we
Seder.
eat the matzah.
Okay.
So it is bringing forth wheat grain from the earth, but not the kind we usually have. This time it's the one under 18 minutes that it's baked. So
But we say them both.
you say them both. Anybody else want to turn? All right, Gail, and then Karen.
All right. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddishanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu al achilat matzah.
Great job. Joan? Is it Joan? Who was going next?
Karen.
Karen, sorry, Karen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kadeshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu al akilat matzah.
Then just be very careful. The last word, there's no dot in it, so it's got a scratchy voice. Achilat.
Achilat. Okay.
Yeah.
Achilat.
All right. Sandra, did you want to turn?
Yes.
And then Irina, and then Sivian.
Baruch
Please remember the order because my brain won't keep it in there.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu al hachilat matzah.
Nice, Sandra.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu al achilat matzah.
Nice job.
I'm the best.
Yeah. But that's how you're going to sound after you eat that matzah and your throat's dry.
Dry as a board.
Yep. Sivian.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu al achlat matzah.
Read that second to last word again.
Oh, I did it wrong, right?
I don't know.
Achilat matzah.
There you
What
go. I
does
didn't hear the E sound
mean?
under the
that word mean? Do you know?
achilat. You guys, I didn't hear the chi last time.
Achilat. What does
job.
it mean?
Commanded us to eat matzah.
Achilat. It's to
Maybe
eat.
eat.
Eat
Okay.
matzah.
Thank you. To eat.
Thank you. Jamie, did you want to try?
Oh, yes, please. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu al achilat matzah.
Great. Welcome, Linda. Do you want to have a try?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm
No, don't
trying to
apologize.
catch my breath. I literally just walked in the house. And I'm sorry I'm late.
That's
Baruch
all right.
atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu al achilat matzah.
Nice. Is there anybody who didn't get a chance? Nancy,
No, bear with me. After everyone's had a turn, I have a question.
go ahead. Does anybody else? Is there anyone who would like a turn who didn't have one? Then I guess it's your question time, Nancy.
Okay, so in the prayer, Asher Kid Shanu,
Mm-hmm.
I grew up thinking it was Kiddishanu. So it's wonderful to see the real pronunciation.
And technically,
That's
it
not
would
a
be
question, but
Keed, it would be Keed Shanu, but many people say Kiddishanu. And I was listening in Minyan where the older men were davening, and they put in an extra syllable for the shva, which we don't normally, but it's just what they grew up doing. So I'm not going to say it's not Kiddishanu because you're going to hear people pronounce it different ways.
okay.
Kiddishanu, or when they're singing, they add an extra syllable. So, but it is Kiddishanu. But you hear what you hear around you.
Thank you.
I know these look very easy. You've read them all before. Again, I wasn't going to put in paragraph after paragraph of things that you may not do at your table. I wanted to make sure you had the basics. And now the maror, you dip the matzah in the maror, my favorite part, anything to do with horseradish. Would someone like to be the first one to read it?
I'll go on.
All right, Joan.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav
Careful, that's
v'tzivanu
actually one of those times where it's a vowel and a vet at the same time.
b'mitzvotav, no?
B'mitzvotav. So it's a vav and unusual.
B'mitzvotav v'tzivanu al hachilanu maror.
Second to last word again.
Achilat.
There you go. Maror. And just when I said it doesn't happen often, look at here's vitzivanu. Again, the vav as a vowel and a vav. And achilat, someone asked about it. It means eating. We do that a lot.
Why does the Vitzivanu have that dot again? I know you've told us before. Is it like doubled or something?
I don't know why. It's remnants left over from something else. Nobody's ever taught me. But my son said, Mom, don't worry about it. It's just left over from something when Hebrew and Arabic were very close. Something about languages separating, but it doesn't have a meaning for us, except to confuse us. Would someone else like to read? Karen.
Baruch atah
Vivian.
Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu al akilat maror.
Great. Sivian?
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu al achlat. I still don't get it right. Achilat maror.
Good job. You got it right. Anyone else? All right. How about Gail? And then Irina?
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu al achilat maror.
Nice.
Thank you.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu al achilat maror.
Great. Sandra, did you want to turn?
Yes. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu al achilat maror.
Nice. Jamie?
Yeah, oh, shoot. Well, I think I know the beginning. Your picture's blocking. Okay. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu al achilat maror.
Nice. Bless you, Linda. Is there anybody else who would like a turn? Nancy?
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu al achilat maror.
Great.
Thank you.
Anyone else?
Was that the same use of achilat as previously? Or did it look a little different?
Here it is.
The same.
No, it's the
Except
same.
matzah and as a maror. Otherwise, it was
Exactly the same thing. We're
Okay.
commanded to eat both.
Achilat, yeah.
Thank you.
Great
Sure.
question.
Yes. Was there another question? So the last thing we eat, there is no blessing. You make matzah, maror, and charoset, which to me is pretty gross that you'd combine both of those, and you eat it without a blessing, called the Hillel sandwich. And then it's everybody's favorite part because now it's the meal. The shulchan orech, and then safun. So we've had kadesh, orchatz, karpas, yachatz, magid, rakza, motzi, matzah. Kadesh, orchatz, karpas, yachatz. Maror, korech. Now we're at shulchan orech. You eat dinner. And then safun, the concealed matzah. The afikomen is returned to the leader and the matzah is put back together. Everybody eats a piece of matzah. And in my house, it was a big joke that was dessert. That's all you got.
Right.
We were really disappointed, but so how many of you do the traditional, somebody hides the matzah for a child if you have a child at your Seder?
Yes.
I do.
Does anybody do it a different way? I know
The
some
Seder
people-
leader hides the matzah.
I know some people, the children hide the matzah and the adults have to find it.
Just
But something I do at my Seder, I don't have little ones anymore. We have one, but she doesn't have any Jewish background, so she doesn't really participate. But but I had bingo cards, and for the older kids it had Hebrew words, and for the younger kids it had pictures. And every time we got to something in the Seder that was on their card, I'd wipe off markers, I had it laminated, and then when they got a bingo, they got a prize. So it was a way to keep them engaged in the Seder.
Very clever.
Yes.
Yeah, I
it
don't
is.
have them anymore. I have the cards, but I don't have the kids. So but one day it will be back.
They will
What?
come.
What, Joan?
Well, what does it mean, matzahs put back together?
So early on, um,
A little
Broken,
element.
I know.
Yachatz, you break the middle matzah, and someone hides the middle matzah, and that's the afikomen.
Right.
After you eat the meal, the afikomen, the children get to go look for the missing half, and they bring it back. And
Oh, I get it.
some kids will negotiate a ransom.
Yes.
You know,
Right. I did that.
There's a
get
smart.
that matzah back.
That's right.
Get me a car and I'll give you the matzah.
But I don't understand the
We never put it back.
Well, you match it up to show everybody that that was the actual piece that
Ah,
was
okay.
hidden, that it's not a different piece.
Oh, okay.
I
We've
get it.
actually got the right one back. And
We
then
never put
everybody
it
gets-
back in. That's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's-
We paid the ransom, but we never put it back in.
Yeah,
Oh,
I never knew that you put it.
you're supposed to give
Yeah, you're supposed
everybody
to-
a piece,
Verify that they got the right thing.
right?
Oh,
know,
and then
because
you eat a piece. I get it.
That piece of matzah is supposedly going to taste any better than the other pieces we've eaten, but
Yeah.
it's tradition.
Uh-huh.
And now, Barech, grace after meals. I put that, we're going to do that at the end because it's a longer prayer, but I thought we'd go through all the cups of wine. And that, I mean, it's the same blessing. So I'm happy to skip these two if we've already said the blessing over the wine, but I'll let you vote. How many people would like to read the blessing again?
Doesn't hurt.
All right, well, Gail, we're going to give you the opportunity to read it for us again.
That's fine. Baruch atah Adonai melech ha'olam. Wait a minute. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech ha'olam borei peri hagafen.
Yep. Now there's stuff in between the third and the fourth, but again, it's a lot of reading, so I didn't include it. Would anybody else like to read the blessing for the wine again? Is that a yes, Linda? Yep. So we'll move on. And then Nirtza, the end of the Seder, we recite this. And next year, let us be in the built Jerusalem. I guess Jerusalem, I'm not sure what that means exactly. But some people really hope that the temple will be rebuilt. That could be what it means. Would someone like to read this last line for us? Okay, Karen.
Lashana Haba'ah Berushalayim Habnu Yah.
Great. Have you heard Lashana Haba'ah B'Yerushalayim before?
Yes.
Yeah.
You remember what holiday you sing that 7 times?
Oh,
Shoshana.
Nope, close.
so
The one after.
Yom Kippur.
Right at the very end, Lashana Haba'ah B'Yerushalayim. We sing it 7 times.
oh.
Because, we have to prolong eating. Would someone else like to read it?
Yeah, I'd like to
Savian,
read
and
that.
then Linda.
L'shana haba'ah Yerushalayim habanuya.
Habanuya. Good job.
Yeah, habanuya. I don't know that word.
Like
but
Happy New Year.
it sounds like Happy New Year.
It does.
That might be the built.
Yeah.
Oh, built.
Lashana Haba'ah B'Yerushalayim Habnuya.
Great. Jamie, and then Gail.
Lashana Haba'ah Berushalayim Habnua.
One more time.
Habnua. Nuya.
There you go.
Lashana Haba'ah Berushalayim Habnuya.
Nice.
Thank
I
you.
saw Joan's hand, then Irina's hand, and then Nancy.
Lashana Haba'a Berushalayim Habnuya.
Nice.
Leshana Haba'am Birushalayim Habnuya.
Great. Nancy?
Lashana Haba'a B'Yerushalayim Hab Nuya.
Great. Did you want to turn, Sandra?
Yes. Lashana Haba'a Yerushalayim Habnuya.
Great. Anyone else?
So good.
I'm dancing to your singing, Gail. All right. So that brings us to the end of the Seder, but there is Birkat Hamazon. There's also Hallel. So how many of you have been to shul when they do the Hallel service? Yep. So the Hallel is in this whole thing. My family does not do it. And then it's also the blessing after the meal. Birkat Hamazon, I just took the part that you would most recognize. I'm making sure I have it right. I didn't put this. This is kind of pushed over. Okay. So some of you may know it if you heard it sung. And I'll just do the first few notes and you might know it. Shir Hamalot Beshuv Adonai. Does that sound familiar to anyone?
Yeah. Every Shabbat.
Yep, that's exactly what it is, but we sing it after. So my family just does this paragraph. We don't do the whole big thing, but it's in there. So I thought we would start. We'll just go line by line, so taking turns reading it. So the question is, who's going to be the first one to try it?
I'll do it.
Thanks, Karen.
Shir Hama'alot Vishuv Adonai et Shivat Zion Hatzinu Hatziyanu
Careful, those are yuds.
Hatziyanu
Think yud, yeah.
Hayitzanu Hayitzyanu. I can't
There's two
do that well.
yuds together. Ye, just ye.
Hatzinu.
Ha, ye, nu.
Oh, Hainu. Kichol meme.
Good.
That's hard.
Azimale. Shoho.
Careful, it's a sin.
Sanho. Fenu.
Say that one again.
Pinu.
There you go.
Paul. Shovadenu.
Great. It's a lot. It's different words. We've been reading Baruch Atah Adonai for how many pages? So
Wow, that's hard.
it is, but good job. You're the first one. You didn't hear anybody else read it. All right. Jamie, you want to try it?
Sure. Oh gosh. Shir Hamalot Beshuv Adonai et Shivat Zion Hayinu Kacholmim as Imale Sichok Pinu Ushonenu.
Good job. Does anybody else want to give it a try? All right, Nancy, and then Joan.
Shir ha ma'alot b'shuv Adonai et shivat Sion hayinu keholmim az yimale is it yimale?
You're exactly right.
Okay. Sehok Pinu Ul Shonenu.
Nice. Who else?
Wow.
Gail and then Sivian.
I can read. She was gonna go next.
Shir Hama'alot Beshuv Adonai et Shivat Sion Hayinu Kechol Mim Az Yimale Sehok Pinu Ul Shonenu
Nice.
Ray.
Oh, just the first line.
Oh, okay. Oh, because it ended someplace different. on
It
mine.
ends with Rinaz. Yeah, but
Yeah.
we're just reading the first line. All right. Who else? Who was next?
Maybe I am.
Joan.
Good.
Yep.
And my name? Shir Hama'alot Beshuv Adonai et Shivat Zion Hayinu Kikolmim Az
Kechol meme.
Kolmim
That
Kikolmim.
second letter is a chet.
Yeah, Kikolmim
There you go.
Az Yamale Sehok Pinu Ul Shonenu.
Nice. Arena, was your hand up?
Yes.
Arena and then Linda and then Sivian.
Okay. Shir Hama'alot Bashuv Adonai et Shivat Sion Hayinu Kehalmim Az Imalei Sehok Pinu Ushonenu. What is that?
Nice.
Ushonenu.
Shir Hamalot B'shuv Adonai et Shivat Zion Hayinu Kaholmim Az Yimalech Yimale Sehok Pinu Ulshanenu.
Nice. Sivian.
Shir Hama'alot Beshiv Adonai et Shivat Zion Hayenu Kechol Mim Kechol Mim Oz Yimle
One more time. What is that? What is that word?
Yimale
There you go.
Shechok Sihok Pinu Ul Shonenu.
Great. Sandra, did you want to read it?
Shir Hama Alot Beshuv Adonai et Shivat Zion Hayinu Kechol Mim Az Yimle Sechot
You go back to that words one more time. It starts with the yud.
Male
There you go.
Sechot Pinu U Shonenu.
Great. Is there anybody who didn't get a turn yet that wanted one?
Could you sing it, that line?
Sure. Shir hama alot beshuv Adonai את שיבת ציון היינו כחולמים, אז ימלא שחוק פינו ושוננו רינה.
Very interesting.
Very nice.
Yeah, it's
So-
beautiful.
It's a melody from one song. Anyway,
See,
Would
we
you-
we do it in shul after, the Kiddush,
Yes,
and we have the books, and I've always, instead of reading the Hebrew, I
I've
read
been reading the
transliteration.
right.
now you can read the Hebrew.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's gonna take a while practice.
Yeah, but you know what? It's nice, at least we don't have, but we're getting the first line.
But we're
And-
going to keep going. Don't
No,
worry.
I know, but it's nice to finally at least read part of it and not look at it and say, yeah, forget it. I'm going to the
And just think, Karen, you have every Kiddush to work on it.
I know.
oh yes.
A lot of people walk out when they see the cancer passing out the books.
Oh, yeah.
It's
and our
like,
shul-
be out of here.
When we had family services, the kids, they'd always ask the kids, and they'd ask me, and I didn't really learn it all the way because I didn't go to summer camp, which is where my kids learned it. So one year I taught sixth grade. I was pregnant with my daughter, and the sixth graders, sixth and seventh graders would come for service and then breakfast before religious school. And I said, look, I'm not going to come for the service. I'm pregnant and I've got a baby. I'll come right at the end of breakfast. And so I learned a little bit of it listening to them, but it's not something I do all the way through very well. I can get through it. All right, shall we try the second line? We have about 10 more minutes left.
Okay.
Linda.
Uh, sorry. Rina, as Yomru, the Goyim, Higdil Adonai, La Asot im Ela, Higdil Adonai, La Asot im Imanu, Hayinu, Samechim.
I get the impression you've sung this a lot of times before.
I have.
Okay.
It's hard to not sing it.
I get it. Good reading. Thank you. Anybody else? All right, Karen.
Rina, as Yomru Bagoim, Higdal Adonai,
Go back one word for me.
Higdil Adonai,
Thank you.
Sot im Ele, Higdil Adonai Asot im Imanu. Hainu.
Ayinu. Yeah.
Hayinu Samechim.
Good job. Who else? All right, Joan, and then Sivian, and then Irina.
Rina, Az, Yomru, Bagoyim, Higdil, Adonai, La Asot, Im, Ela, Higdil, Adonai, La Asot, Imanu, Hayinu, Semachim.
Nice.
Okay. Rina, Oz, Yomeru, Bargoyim, Hagid, Hagdil,
Check out the
Adonai,
beginning vowel one more time.
Higdil,
Good job.
Higdil, Adonai, La Asot, Im, Ele, Hagid, Deal, Hagidil,
One more time.
Higidil. Okay, Adonai, La Asot, Imanu, Hayenu, Samechim.
Good job.
What does Higdil mean? That's twice in here.
Yeah, I'm looking for that. I think doing
it's-
great things. The Lord has done great things with these. The Lord has
Oh,
done
yeah,
great
yeah.
things with us.
Uh-huh.
Hayinu and Imanu. Was there somebody else going next?
Oh, can I try to read?
Sure, Jamie.
Now you are.
Nope, she's unmuted.
Oh, hello.
We
I can
can't
hear
hear.
you. Oh, we couldn't hear you.
We can hear you
Okay.
now.
Yes, okay. Rina as Yomru ba Bagoyim.
Is it Bagoim or Bagoim? Va, right?
Ba Goyim.
Hig Hig deal Adonai la asot ele
When I go back to the word before Ela.
im ele higdil Adonai la asot imnu
One more time.
imanu
Good.
hayinu simechim.
Nice. Anybody? Sandra, did you want to turn?
Okay. Rina as Yomru Bagorim Higdil Adonai La Asot Im Ele Higdil Adonai La Asot Im Manu Hayinu Semechim.
Great. Gail?
Mhm. Rina, Oz, Yomru, Bagoyim, Hagdil, Adonai.
And go back to that word before. Look at the first vowel.
Sorry.
Not a problem.
Hagdil, Adonai, La'asot, Im, Ele, Higdil, Adonai, La'asot, Imanu, Hayinu, Semechem,
Look at the ending.
Chim,
Semechim.
Semechim.
Good. Irina.
Rina as Yomru Vagodim Higdil Adonai La'asot Im Ele Higdil Adonai La'asot Imanu Hayenu Semehim.
Nice.
I have a question. Does anybody know what Rina mean?
Which one?
Rina?
I'm thinking, I'm not sure what Rina means. Let me look. I do know that my friend's daughter is named Rina. Give me a second.
My name is too.
But I don't remember what it means, so I'm asking Rabbi Google.
Yeah,
Joy
Irina.
or melody?
What?
Joyful melody.
Oh, Jeff Mellon. Oh, wow.
That's
I like
nice.
it. It's my Hebrew name, so I just
Ah,
what it is.
you could have answered. You could know it.
I
All
have
right,
no clue. I just said Irina. That's it.
pretty. So I'll sing you the next line. I gotta do it from the beginning. Shir hama'alot beshuv Adonai et shivat Zion hayinu kechol mim az yimale sechok pinu ushonenu rina az yomru vagoyim higdil Adonai lasot im ele Higdil Adonai lasot imanu hayinu semechim. Next time, Linda, I'm gonna have you sing it.
Believe me, you don't want that.
So we'll finish it up with the next time. Nice reading, ladies. Not easy words. And then we're going to do, we have a little bit more, yeah, we're going to do three, a little bit more of the Birkat Hamazon because it's good practice reading. And some of you may have already been reading it. And then we're going to get into the prayers that you asked for, Shema V'Ahavta, prayer for the state of Israel. And so we've got plenty to take us through. And if we run out, I'm sure you have more ideas. So just a reminder that we do have class next week, the 24th and the 31st. And then we will not have class again until April 21st. Don't worry, I'll remind you. But we are off for Passover on the 7th, and then I'm gone the 14th.
Wait, next week isn't the 24th.
No, I
We
said
said April.
in April. So we
Wait.
are on for the next 2 weeks.
Right.
And
Okay.
then we will be off for a little while.
Okay, next week I will be out of town.
Oh, I hope you're going somewhere fun.
I am, and warm, more importantly.
Where are you going?
I will be in Tampa and St. Pete.
Oh, my
Um,
son is in St. Pete.
I hope you have really warm weather.
I'm more importantly, I'm gonna be with friends,
Aw.
and it will be lovely.
Debbie, did you say no class on March 31st?
No, we are on March 31st, and then we're not on April 7th or 14th.
So we have 3 more classes in March.
Okay, we back. on
Yep, 2
October.
more classes
Okay.
this month. So, Irina, you having people for Shabbat dinner tonight?
We were invited to go to Shabbat actually, which was so excited, but the last moment woman said she has a problem, so
So now you have to make it again.
it's okay. It's
I
wonderful.
am, and I better get to it. I was picking up my challah, that's why I was
Yeah, but
late.
I get so excited. Oh,
I know, we don't get invited often, so
no, it's the first time, maybe like in 3 years. So I get like, oh.
I hope you get a rain check.
Yeah, we said, of course. I'll let you
Nancy,
know.
did you want to say something?
Marina, where do you live?
I live in Armonk, which is Westchester.
Ah.
Over the bridge from Gail and I.
Yeah, and it's a
Wow.
lovely, it's absolutely lovely area. But it's cold right now, so I'm excited to hear about that somebody go to Florida.
Yep.
You get a lot of snow recently, Irina?
No, it's been so far very mild winter. So we had a little snow, nothing, no treasures. Not
Maybe
like
some this
California.
weekend, though. This weekend, a little.
Yeah,
Yep.
we had 6 inches, got rid of it fast because it warmed up. But we're due for some snow tonight and Monday into Tuesday.
March is always like last
Weird.
attempt to freeze us.
Yes. Well, I know my brother lives in New Jersey and they got a significant amount of snow and they took their daughter who's not quite a year out and the pictures were her crying in every picture. And then when they had her inside looking at the snow, she was smiling. So must have my genes. So, well, I wish you all a Shabbat Shalom.
Shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Thank you.
Enjoy.
Bye, everybody.
Everybody
Bye.
has a good week.
Bye-bye.